Most people say Christmas Eve is a night for miracles. But for Mark Turner, a broke single dad who barely had enough money for gas, it felt like just another reminder of how unfair life could be. He wasn't expecting magic. He wasn't expecting kindness. And he definitely wasn't expecting a woman like her to change the course of his entire life. Because on that snowy Christmas Eve, Mark was running late to a blind date he almost canceled, late to a chance he didn't think he deserved, and late to meet a billionaire who waited anyway. Before we start, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment to support more uplifting storytelling videos here on your channel name. Your engagement helps us reach more kind-hearted viewers just like you. Mark Turner tightened the worn scarf around his neck as he stepped out of his tiny apartment. The air was sharp with winter cold, and the sky was already turning a deep navy blue. His 10-year-old daughter, Lily, watched him from the doorway, her golden hair tucked behind her ears. "Dad, you look nice," she said with a shy smile. Mark laughed softly. "Thanks, Lil. I don't know if your old coat counts as nice, but I'll take it. You're going to do great," she said. "And she might like you." That last line stung Mark's heart with hope he didn't want to admit. He didn't date. He hadn't in years. After Lily's mom passed away, Head poured everything into fatherhood, working double shifts, taking any job he could find, and trying to stretch every paycheck like a rubber band ready to snap. Tonight's blind date was his sister's idea. "Just try," Shed insisted. "You deserve happiness too." Mark wasn't sure he did, but he agreed. He checked his watch. If he left right now, he might make it to the restaurant on time. That's when the universe decided to test him. The moment he turned the key in the ignition, the car sputtered and died. He tried again. Nothing. The engine hissed like it was mocking him. "Dad?" Lily whispered from the doorway. "Is something wrong?" Mark forced a smile. "Nothing I can't handle." But inside, he knew the truth. He was going to be late. Very late. He called for the only rideshare he could afford, but every driver was delayed from the snowstorm sweeping the city. The wait time ticked upward as panic bubbled inside him. 30 minutes passed, then 40. His stomach twisted. He typed a message to his blind date. "I'm so sorry. I'm running late. Please don't wait." He didn't expect a response. Why would anyone wait for a stranger on Christmas Eve? But the reply came instantly. "It's okay. I'll wait." Just 2 words, simple and calm. Yet something about them soothed him. Meanwhile, across town, Evelyn Hart sat alone in the candlelit restaurant. She was wrapped in a white wool coat, her dark hair falling in soft waves over her shoulders. To everyone else in the room, she looked like just another elegant woman out for dinner. Nobody could have guessed she was one of the youngest self-made billionaires in the country. Evelyn had money, success, recognition, everything people dream of. But what she didn't have was love, real love. She'd grown tired of people trying to impress her, lie to her, or use her for her name. Her best friend had set up this blind date, telling her, "Just meet him, as the kind of man who deserves a good woman." Evelyn didn't know what that meant, but she trusted her friend. Now she waited, and waited. The waiter kept approaching. "Mom, are you sure you want to keep the table? It is Christmas Eve." "Yes," she said gently. "He's coming." Most people would have left. Evelyn didn't. Not because she was desperate, but because she believed in giving people a chance. She knew what it felt like to be overlooked. Back on the other side of the city, Mark finally spotted his ride, a small dented sedan crawling through the snow. He stepped inside, apologizing to the driver even though it wasn't his fault. Every minute in traffic felt like an hour. By the time he arrived at the restaurant, he was nearly an hour late. His heart pounded as he stepped out into the swirling snow. The warm glow of the restaurant windows made him feel more out of place than ever. Inside, the hostess gave him a skeptical look, and he couldn't blame her. His coat was old, his shoes were worn. He looked nothing like the polished men around him. "I'm meeting someone," he said, his voice cracking. Before he could finish, he heard a soft voice call his name. "Mark?" He turned. There she was, stunning, graceful, far out of his league. He froze, embarrassed, certain she'd stand up and leave when she saw him. But instead, she smiled warm, sincere, real. "You made it," she said. I'm so sorry," he stammered. "My car broke down, and then the ride didn't show. And the traffic, it's okay," she said again, cutting him off with kindness. "You're here now. That's what matters." They sat down, and Mark expected the night to fall apart. He had no fancy stories, no glossy career, just long workdays as a delivery driver and evenings helping Lily with homework. He waited for her to get bored, or pity him, or politely end the date, but she didn't do any of that. Instead, she listened, really listened. And when he spoke about Lily, how he loved her more than anything, how hard he tried to give her the life she deserved, Evelyn's eyes softened. "You're a good dad," she said quietly. Mark felt his chest tighten. No one had said that to him in a long time. When the bill came, he panicked. He only had enough for his meal, barely. But Evelyn reached for it first. "Let me," she offered. I can't let you pay," he said, cheeks flushing. "It's Christmas Eve," she replied with a smile. "Let me be kind." He didn't know what to say. Kindness from strangers always hit him the hardest. After dinner, they stepped out into the snow. The street was quiet, soft, peaceful. Evelyn hugged her coat closer to her body as she looked up at him. "I'm glad you didn't cancel," she said. "Me too," he whispered. For a moment, neither of them moved. The world felt still, like time was giving them permission to breathe. And then Mark cleared his throat awkwardly. "I should get home to Lily. She's waiting up for me." "Bring her next time," Evelyn said gently. "I'd love to meet her." Mark blinked in surprise. "Next time?" Evelyn laughed softly. "Yes, next time." As he walked away, something warm spread through him, hope, maybe. Or gratitude. Or just the quiet realization that kindness really could change everything. And for Evelyn, watching him disappear into the snowy night, she felt something she hadn't felt in years: certainty. The certainty that good people still existed in the world, and she had just met one. That Christmas Eve didn't end with grand gestures or fairy tale moments. It ended simply with two people choosing kindness, choosing patience, choosing to see the best in each other. And sometimes, that's where the greatest miracles begin. Let this story remind us that kindness doesn't need to be big or flashy. Sometimes it's just waiting a little longer, listening a little deeper, giving someone the chance they thought they didn't deserve. Because kindness, real kindness, changes lives. And you never know, the person you choose to be kind to today might become one of the greatest blessings of your tomorrow.